Greetings and welcome back to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and today we will focus on getting all of our items needed for our base. And by all the items I mean getting electric assemblers and inserters and whatnot made. Because as we saw last episode, we just set up this entire part, but we are still missing things to be crafted. And the reason for that is that a little main system up here is running out of iron. And this is quite annoying. So what I want to do, instead of just doing more iron in, funneling it into the main bus, we should start to work towards dismantling this entire setup. But before I do that, we have to make sure that we have all the items we need to continue to expand. So that is what I'm going to focus on today. What I have planned on doing is doing a robotic mall. I won't use robots for anything in regards of transporting raw resources around. They will only transport items within our cell. So that means everything has to be transported from the outside, unloaded by train to here, and then the robots can distribute them out to the different cells. So that's what I want to try today. And to do that, let's just set up an input side over here. Or down at the bottom, wherever we want it, but let's do it over here since we have some already. Oh, want this one. Setting this one up right here. So what I want to try now is, what can we supply to one train stop before it starts breaking? That is what this is gonna be a test of. Because we should be able to do whatever we want here. So if we do a normal input station, let's see a normal input one, train in, just right here. But instead of having belts take it out, we'll just do it with passive providers. And I think that'll be quite good. So let's remove all of these belts. Then I'll show you what I have planned. Get this away. Get you away and get all of you away. And then change all of these to passive providers. There we go. And of course we'll have to hook them up so this system works. Let's just do this like that. And look at that, we're starting to miss more items as well. And that is what I mean. I don't want to craft it all the time. So I'll just do this fast. So now the thing is, I don't want a requested threshold on this one. I want it to request as long as we have, what's it called, more than 1000. So if we take this one off, then the default requested threshold is 1000 and it will request that. And then we'll just have to say, what do we want in here? And I think some of the first things we should work towards is all our basic things here. So the way I want to do the setup, if you start here in the top right, I will do it with a little setup like this. I've used it before and I think it works very well. So starting right here, doing this, saying I want a request a chest, I have to craft these somewhere as well, and I want a passive provider chest. Passive provider at the top, request chest at the bottom. And to be honest, I don't know if we should do double inputs. We can just do one-sided input. So what if we do this instead? And do a different kind of setup than what I normally do. We'll start it at the same spot. Right here. We will do a passive one in the middle, and we'll do a requested one here. Then we'll do, we don't have any power poles, but a power pole right here. And I don't know if that can apply one right next to it as well. So we have this kind of setup here. And one right there. How does that look? Not great, so I'd rather do this. Take there and you right here. And you'll dump him out into that one and request from that one. And then we'll just do, we'll have to do it on each side. Seems we do, or we can do this instead, the same as before. You go out here, you go out there instead. Oh. There instead. And then do a power pole in between. So if we do it like this, we should be able to just expand this out to whatever we need. And of course limit it to one stack of each, since this is just items we want in the base. So right now we're doing one of each of intermediate products. And let's just save this little blueprint for now. I don't think there's anything wrong with it at the moment. And call it robot crafting. Because then we can just plant it down here, continue down this way, and then I think everything will be good. So let's give that a try. Let's just put down 2 more. And then we'll figure out what we need to get in here. One of the first things I want to craft is our chests. Just so we have some in the network. So we'll need iron plates and we'll need electronic circuits. And I think we have both things in the network. So requester. And do the other ones. We can pretty much just do them in a row like this so we have them all. There we go. You'll request that. Do they all need the same? I think they do. Oh, and yeah, we have some at the main base, so we kind of have to remove the old ones we have in here. Let's just wait with this and remove all the chests we have in the base. So we don't get anything going twice. So it's all the ones in here, supplying all the starter items. So you can go away, you can go away, you can go away. And do we have anything else? We don't want that either. We don't want any cross-contamination. And we probably shouldn't do these yet, since they're not in the network. So we'll probably remove you as well. Leave it for now. But, oh, sorry, one more thing I want to remove, and that was the circuits that we have back here somewhere. Are they, oh, how far back are green circuits? Because these have an input from, oh, right here. So there we go. That makes sure that this will request what we need. So now comes the exciting part. If we tell this one it is off right now to request a ton of different things, can we just get it to nicely line up in this chest? So what we want is iron ingots, or like, let's just say, can we just do 1000? Because let's just check the output down here. Is that limited to 2? Oh, it only provides if you have more than 2000, so just doing 1000 should be fine. So let's do all the basic ones first. Negative 1000 copper. Negative 1000 tin. And negative 1000. What else do we have? Should probably just taking it from the beginning. So that's the copper, tin, that's the bronze as well. Just so we have it all in here. Let's do the stone as well. Don't know if this is overkill, but it should only take a small amount of room. negative gold. Let's get some glass. And what I want to test here is that, from what I understand, one train should be able to go to more stops and pick up the items it needs. And since all our output, what's called, places have, let's just go all the way and have them all here, have a limit, or a filter inserter is what I'm trying to say. We should be able to do this without any issues. So let's just get this in first and see how this goes. I don't think plastic is used for anything necessary in here. Let's see what it's used for. Oh, it's used for heavy gold cable. But we should probably make this somewhere else. No, in here. So let's get plastic as well. So I'm quite excited to see how this is gonna work. If you'll just do one train, request all of them, and yeah, welcome to testing. Are they all connected up? They are all connected up. So guys, let's give this a try and see how badly I've messed up. It's requesting things. Let's see, where's the train going from? Is it this one? It's definitely not that one. Maybe it's this one then. We will just check our trains up here. One that has to go to a ton of things and grab things. Oh, it's just going for steel first, taking 1,000. Okay, so it takes one at a time. But after 1,000, then this should go over here and add the steel in. And then go around to all the other places, grabbing 1,000 of each every time. Plus minus a few items. So that is very, very nice. So let's just set this up and use whatever we have in storage just to get it up and running. So they are limited to one stack. They are, and here comes this in. It doesn't matter that we mix it since it's in robotic chess. And then we have to remove all the robotic things we have in, not all in the main bus at the moment. So let's just set up our beautiful mall. Might as well just hook up the rest across here. How many can we fit? That's a bit too close for me to wanting to put it there, but we can do one more. That's almost, oh, no, it's not beautiful at all, so we might just stop it here for now. And we can't walk, or we can walk in between, so that is fine. So now we have the chests we need. I'll want them to go very slowly, since I don't want it to be game breaking or anything. But look at that, now the next thing is coming, and it'll just start to unload whatever we need. So that's all the chests. We want some inserters as well. And then we'll just see what we are missing. Always going to 50. But never what's called taking something that's not being delivered here. So right now we're delivering the two, or going to deliver iron plates as well. And circuits. And can we just add it to this one? How much can we get in one? And can we do... Oh, let's do a try. That's an issue. Can we just set it to 0 until it's fixed then? Or just do this. That's going to... No, that's fine. So if we connect this one up, pretty much just take... Oh, I can set it to 0. Then it shouldn't request any, and we can always just fix it later. That should be all the things we are missing in the base at the moment. The rest we should have. So what if we connect one of these up? Of course I want to limit it to one train. I think that's already being delivered from the other one. But can we just add that to that one? And just continue here? because train is being limited. So what if we just continue here and say, I also want, oh, we don't have iron plate. Oh yeah, we do have iron plates we made. Request 1000 iron plates. And let's get all the things we're making at the other area. 1000 of that one. 1000, was it iron rods we're making as well? And 1000 iron bearings. Because here comes in more things. And look at that, they're slowly filling up. And if I add that to it, and look here, we're requesting those as well. So now this will just slowly fill up, giving us what we need to at least supply the next part, and that is these. Just missing one more thing, and that is negative 1000 of, where is it at? Electronic circuits. Now that will go in as well. And then this is looking quite good. So let's set up these. Oh, they are quite far into the future. Because we need steel in, steel is coming in, but we need to make plates and rods somewhere else in bulk. So pretty much do this setup just with what's it called, steel. And let's continue down here and make the rest of this. But this is pretty much my premise of how I want to do this. And then we can just add to it as needed. What else do you want to make? Because I want to set them all up now, so we don't do it later. Oh, I need to craft a ton of things everywhere. Could probably skip all the burner things. Probably skip that and go directly into this one. And just go with these two. So what if we do fast inserter, this one, and a sensor. That one and that one. Blue, purple, green, white. Do you, and you. Oh, and there's more things we have to remove from the main base. I can see as much as that. But that is something we'll fix in between episodes, just cleaning up all these things. But this proof of concept is working very well. So yeah, that'll make sure that we have at least some of the things being made. And we're quite ready to dismantle our entire main bus. So let's see here. Let's just continue. What else do we need? We need the pipes and we need the ground pipes. So I want pipes and underground pipes. Request you and request you. And we need a few things getting delivered in. Oh, look at that. It has 1000 of each. Ah, look at that. If it's in the same stop, it can take them at the same time. And since we had filter inserters, they all got... Oh, that looks so good. So that proves we can just add more things to the stations, and this can easily solve it. And now we're delivering the things we need for these places, since this was some of the required items. And we still have a few negatives, so it's probably going to request more items then. But that means we're starting to craft these. Nice and slowly. That is exactly what I want to see. So the next thing we should set up is an entire train row. Would actually have loved to have this one copied, so do that and do a whole row normally. Let's just make sure we don't mess this up. right there. And do a blueprint of that. What's called robot mall. What's called robots. Can't remember if we called this something different before. But at least then we have what we need, and we can run in between them, and we can set up what we need here. And then as soon as this entire mall is done, I'll be able to have a blueprint with whatever comes in here that I can use in future playthroughs. That is pretty cool. All that you guys can just take and place into your own worlds. I think that'll be very cool. So what is the next thing we need? We actually need to make a few more iron items over here. We might add those to a different setup. And you hadn't seen this before? This is what it does when it has the 15,000 we have in storage. As soon as it stops this, and we can't supply any more into the network, and everything is evenly balanced around here on both sides. So that looks very good. And the filters make sure we don't output more than what is needed. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. So the next thing we want is to craft all of these things. And let's check something. What are you used for? A lot of things probably make that in some place. Go back. Because it's only crafted with these two, so it is quite easy to do, and it's only used for these. So we'll make that somewhere in a cell together with other things at some point and supplying it to the network. But let's go over and make the last of the tier 1. Do you call it tier 1 items? Tier 2 items? That is needed for this, and that is some of the iron items right here. And then we'll do one for steel, and one for copper, and one for tin. Luckily we can just copy paste this setup pretty much. That is fine, it's just missing things. So what else do we need here? We have those. We'll need the gear wheels. Could take it from here, going over. Or we could do it input 1, since this is tier 2 items. That supplies what we need. I think that'll be cool. Iron plates, iron plates. Those need rods. What are rivets used for? Having a small amount of deja vu. So they are needed for quite a few things. Especially the iron chassis. Pipe, we want them to definitely be on the main boss. Small and large. So what if this is tier 1 and then tier 2 can be everything that needs this? Except these needs both, so I might just craft those here as well. Yeah, let's do this. I think that is a very good plan. So what I've decided is I'll take some of these off going this way, pretty much at the level they're at, and crafting the other way and outputting it down here. What we need. So iron plates, if we just split these off going the other way. Let's see here, do a little splitter right here. Oh, should we do one more down? So make sure we have room. So that one go that way. This one can go below. So we always do it a bit below. Now we can just jump across this. That is fine. That is completely fine. One here and one right there. So taking it this way, jumping across, taking both this way, jumping both of these, taking these three this way, jumping both of these across here, and then taking these forward this way. Then we have what we need to craft the next part. Of course, to go up a bit more so we don't interfere with the things we have right here. And the second part we need here is iron plates for the tubes. So what if we just steal this little setup here? Let's take one where we don't have any things annoying us. So we'll fit in right there. Yeah, right there. We don't need to produce this in bulk. It's just needed for them all. So I think this will be a good way to do it. The rest should be delivered. There we go. And right here we want to make, we also have reinforced plates. So we'll probably have to do this one here as well, if we have enough room. So first things first, iron tubes. That is one thing we need, and they just need the plates. So if we just split you off right here, you can go down, you can go across, split off one more time. Then we have what we need for our iron tubes. Of course, we need some, as always, some power. And we definitely need some more, what's it called? Poles, since I'm annoyed that I always run out of them. 10. And that means this will start to make tubes. And they can go down this way. Of course it fits. Here comes the tubes. Going into the same output as we have over here. Supplying different things. And that means this little setup. Of course that one's in the way as always. Maybe doing a bit less than 15k. That might have been a bit overkill. But you get the point. So now this is being built nice and easy. We'll do a balancer. How do we do it over here? We just kind of did it from... Oh, it's because we did it somewhere else. We did it right here instead. That might actually be better than doing it here. What do you guys think? Then we can input other things here. Is that what we want to do? Because it's quite easy to tear this up still. So doing the output over here instead, just running these below like we did up here. Yeah, let's do that. Just deconstruct that, please. And do another one over here. There we are. Here is all inputs. And then we'll do an output. Trains right here. And then we'll just run them up this side. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. But we'll know in a minute if I made a mistake and I had to do it somewhere else. Let's wait with that. Let's just wait with that. So now it's the iron tubes. These needs iron rivets, and iron rivets we can make right next to this. Just take you over here to there. Taking in these to make the iron rivets. Go, and you can go this way, down that way. Change you to iron rivets instead. So then we can add that to the network. We'll need gear wheels as well. So that's pretty much this setup. We'll just steal. And then we ran out of room pretty much. So we can actually just move it over one, since we don't need any more room. Or we do need things, but we don't have any more room here. So let's see. Remove that, jump you across. Split, down, down. connect you up. And change, oh, remember to change these fast before anything gets here. So don't pollute our belts. And then we'll make iron gear wheels. So that's all except what's it called? This one. Is that right? We have that. Let's just check here to be sure we have all the iron things we need. So we have ingots, plates. We need the reinforced plates as the last thing, I think. Oh, and these as well. But they're made with the same products, so we might just... Or they're made with tier 2 products. So we should probably do that somewhere else. Oh, I'm a bit sad that we can't fit it in right here. That is a bit sad. So you can go down. And you can go down as well. Should we just add it to the network? Up this way, then we can taking up here. Take them. Is that what we should do? I'm a bit hesitant to just do it. Even though I think it is the right solution. Because that needs those 3. And those 5 can just kind of come in with trains. Or we can take it right here and craft them. Yeah, let's just craft these up top together with the last one we need. So pretty much adding these to the main belts, but also taking them up this way out and adding them to whatever we need to craft up here. Still debating it a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it needs different things, all of this pretty much. And 1 just making this is a bit overkill, isn't it? Isn't that a bit overkill? Because they're only used for these products. They're not used for anything later down the line. So it might be a bit overkill. Oh, but this is used for a lot of things. Because it's used for, what's it called? It's used for basic computer, and that is used for speed modules. So yeah, we should probably make these in bulk. At least a small iron chassis. So yeah, let's just hook this up then and add it to the network. This was the correct spot to do it. Or somewhat correct spot. Add these up. You can just go away. We'll do a little thingamajig to make sure that we don't add too many to the network. And to do that, we'll just do a 4-lane balancer again, as always. Right there. Then have these come in. Let's just wait with these 2 so I can hook this up correctly. I might not have to go there, but go right here to that one, and then the last one over here. We'll go in to that one. Oh, that is definitely not correct. That's because I misjudged where I had to take this. And how many should we add to the network instead then? Before we did 50,000 or 15,000. Should we do the same again? I think it might be a bit overkill, but yeah, probably have to go in between somewhere. So let's get a little power pole here. That can get us all the way up there. Still on the green wire. Green is what's in the chest, so that should be fine. And then we'll say, let's just stay with the 15,000 is just a waste. Let's say 5,000. At least then we have a small amount, but not an insane amount. So this one will be 5,000 of Let's see right here. Where's it at? Tubes. Rivets. And gears. But one thing I'll just check quickly is rivets and iron rods. So we might actually want more of these, since we're probably gonna need some of that. But we can always change that later. So this is all hooked up, other than needing power, that is. There we go. So as the last thing this episode, this rather long episode, let's just let's hook this up and watch it flow into the system, and then we have this supplied to the network as well. Oh, damn. Come to Papa. Come here. Come to Papa. I forgot I had to do this. I almost ruined our entire balancing. That would have been quite bad. But here we are. They are all mixed out and added to the different places, and will be able to be used for other crafting things down the line. So as always, do like and subscribe and hit that bell button, and I would much appreciate if you comment on this kind of setup and what you think about the robotic mall. I'm probably going to continue with it, since it solves one of the biggest issues I had, was the doing one cell for each thing, or a huge spaghetti built monster in here. I don't really like that, so I'd rather do a cool LTN setup instead. But, as always, I've been Dgray, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye guys.